You look after your dog, you feed him, you walk him, but what if I told you the thing he loves the most is something you hardly ever do? Only 2% of dog owners use certain little gestures that completely transform their bond with their dog. In this video, I'm going to share 12 things your dog loves that almost nobody does. The best part, you can start today. Ready to join that 2% whose dogs adore them beyond measure? 1. Free sniff walks. Forget the military march. A free sniff walk means lengthening the leash, slowing down, and letting your dog calmly soak in all the neighborhood smells. Every scent tells your dog something about other animals, dropped food, and even upcoming changes in the environment. Studies suggest active sniffing lowers canine cortisol almost as much as intense exercise does. Worried the walk will take too long? Many behaviorists say 10 minutes of sniffing equals 20 minutes of jogging, and a tired mind is worth more than an exhausted body. Try a shorter route packed with sniff stops. Head home and see how quickly he relaxes. Who knew letting him sniff a lamppost could be the doorway to peace of mind? 2. Dog-led socialization. Forcing your dog to greet every furry buddy at the park is like making you hug strangers at the grocery store. Ideal socialization is about consent. Let your dog watch, size things up, and approach if he wants. Keep the leash loose and your voice neutral. Read his body language, checking for a tail at half-mast, soft eyes, or curious ears before allowing contact. If he turns his head or licks his lips, he's asking for space. Honoring that cements you as his trusted bodyguard. Studies show dogs who get gradual introductions grow up with less reactivity. 3. Natural, varied chew snacks. Chewing is more than fun, it's oral PT and mental yoga. Cow hooves, deer antlers, or dehydrated salmon skin keep gums strong and release calming endorphins. Rotating textures prevents tooth fractures from overusing one item. The American Veterinary Dental Society suggests 10 to 15-minute sessions twice a week to fight plaque without irritating gums. To do this, offer the chew on a mat or non-slip rug so he links biting with a safe setting. Did you know many dogs bark less anxiously after a good chew? Swap that everlasting plastic bone for natural rotations and watch anxiety deflate like a popped balloon. Just be sure to supervise because your dog's safety always comes first. 4. Consent training for brushing. Imagine your barber starts cutting without asking. You wouldn't like that, right? That's why I recommend teaching your dog to say when he's ready for brushing. Put the brush on the floor and wait for him to sniff it. If he comes closer, mark it with a good and give a treat. Repeat until he taps the brush with his nose. Then do one quick stroke and take it away. Gradually lengthen the brushing, always giving him an easy exit. If he steps away, you stop. This consent routine lowers stress and turns grooming into teamwork. The side benefit is fewer mats, fewer struggles, and a dog who lines up willingly when he sees the brush. Magic? Nope. It's respect turned into habit. 5. Letting him choose his route. On your next walk, when you hit a corner, try this experiment. Loosen the leash and watch where your dog looks. If he points his chest to the right, follow him. Letting him choose the path once or twice per walk gives him a sense of control and enriches his mental map. In fact, dogs who make small daily decisions show more resilience to sudden changes at home. Afraid he'll drag you to the churro stand each time? Set a time or distance limit and let him explore within that frame. You'll see that giving back autonomy cuts down on leash pulling and boosts his voluntary attention on you. After all, who doesn't love choosing their own path once in a while? 6. Post-walk decompression time. Every time you leave the park, your dog is panting, excited, and coated in new scents. So instead of heading straight indoors, give him 5 minutes of calm in a neutral spot. It could be your yard, the building lobby, or even the open trunk of your car. That cool-down transition lets his nervous system shift from adrenaline to rest mode. It's like an athlete stretching after a workout to avoid sore muscles. Dogs with cool-down routines show fewer destructive behaviors at home. Plus, it's easy. Just sit, breathe, and let him sniff the air at his own pace. You'll see his tongue settle back in and his eyes soften. 7. Using a rice sock heating pad. This will surprise you. Fill a thick sock with rice. Tie a tight knot and heat it in the microwave for 40 seconds. Place it, wrapped in a thin towel, on your dog's hips or joints to give moist heat that boosts circulation and eases tense muscles. It's perfect after a day on the trail or for senior dogs with arthritis. The rice stays warm for about 10 minutes, enough for deep tissues to benefit without burn risk. Watch for comfort cues like a long sigh, a loose body, or droopy eyelids. But don't use this technique on open wounds or recent bumps where cold is better. Store the sock in an airtight bag to keep out moisture and odors. Oh, and before we dive into the next point, I've got something cool for you. If you head over to happydogsplace.com/gift, you can download a free guide packed with tips to make your dog's life even happier. It's full of fun ideas, helpful strategies, and all the basics every pup needs to thrive. You'll find the link in the description. 8. Rotate his toys each week. Stash 2/3 of his plushies, ropes, and chews in a box out of sight, and swap the lineup every 7 days. This simple hack spikes dopamine and cuts down on toy destruction due to boredom. Managed novelty extends each toy's life and keeps your dog's excitement alive. When you rotate, watch him explore the new basket with deep sniffs and a wagging tail. You can label the boxes by week to make sure you don't repeat. You'll see rediscovery tastes better than any store-bought gift. 9. Give him a sound safe zone. Fireworks, drills, neighbor parties, the human world can roar like a monster in canine ears. Create a sound-dampened nook with thick blankets, a memory foam bed, and a white noise machine or soft classical music. Set it in the most interior part of the house, like a walk-in closet or windowless bathroom, and introduce it when all is calm. Scatter treats inside so he links it to pleasure, not punishment. When the noise hits, guide him there without pushing. If he goes in on his own, praise him softly. Offering an acoustic bunker helps him through stormy nights or house parties. 10. Indoor scent games. Turn your living room into a scent jungle by hiding treat bits behind cushions, in cardboard boxes, or inside toilet paper tubes. Release your dog with the cue search and watch his nose draw an invisible map. 10 minutes of tracking tires him out more than half an hour of fetch. You can also adjust difficulty. Start with visible bits and end by tucking them on low shelves. Use different scents like mild cheese, dehydrated chicken, or apple chunks to keep him motivated. When done, pick up leftovers to avoid binges and reward him with calm petting. The mental reward is already there. Know the upside? On rainy days, you can give him a quick walk without the guilt of under-exercising him. 11. Positive reinforcement for the soft gaze. Prolonged eye contact can be a challenge or a hug, depending on how you reinforce it. If your dog looks at you with soft eyes, meaning relaxed lids and neutral brows, mark that moment with a yes and give a small treat. Repeat this several times a day, especially when it happens on its own. Over time, he'll link that calm gaze to rewards and choose to look at you quietly instead of jumping or barking. This exercise comes from therapy dog training, where emotional stability is key. It also boosts oxytocin in both of you, strengthening the bond without any commands. Later, try it in mildly distracting places like a park with people walking by. If he holds that calm look for 2 seconds, reward him. This builds a connection that stops excitement before it escalates. 12. Calming compression with an oven mitt. If the rice sock idea caught your eye, check out this next hack. A wide, soft oven mitt spreads pressure better than a bare hand. Place it on your dog's chest or shoulders, apply light pressure for 10 seconds, then release slowly. Repeat on the sides and base of the neck, always watching breathing and body language. This deep touch pressure comes from the Tellington-Tetch method, famous for reducing animal anxiety. The mitt's surface adds a new tactile stimulus without being harsh. It's ideal for nervous dogs during storms or house guests. One important note, avoid areas near sensitive organs like the belly, and always use a clean mitt so you don't transfer strong odors. You'll notice your dog exhale deeply or blink slowly, both signs of relaxation. Who would guess a kitchen utensil could turn into a pocket-sized therapist? Bonus: Cooperative home health check. This isn't something your dog wants you to do, but it will do him a lot of good. Using tiny treats and a calm tone, touch a paw, release, and treat. Then do the same with ears, tail, lips, and gums. Move at his pace. If he turns his head or shakes off, step back. The goal is to mimic real veterinary moves. Spread his toes to check nails, lift an ear like a vet would, and blow gently on the eye to mimic drops. The aim isn't to diagnose but to normalize handling. Long-term, your dog will link handling to rewards and walk into the clinic with less stress, which makes exams easier and lowers the need for sedation. Think of it this way: 1 minute a week of at-home doctor could spare him needless needles and save you the heartache of watching him shake on the metal table. Alright, now that we've covered these 12 things dogs love, I want you to keep learning about your furry friend. That's why I recommend you watch this other video popping up on screen. In it, I explain the 7 mistakes you make every time you feed your dog. Tap the image to open the video and learn about each one.